my foot too from the
All right, bet. So my first question is, how did you guys get this whole thing started with Grounded?
That's a long story.
here for
I think it starts when we met on the beach. And so Nolan's sister, she found out about this brand that I was running called Mind Liquid Studio. And it was from this it's like Instagram or a TikTok video or something. We did it was for my first pop-up that me and my friend Daniel, who ran this brand, Get Some Sleep. We did this like collaboration pop-up, and Nolan and his sister came to that. He like found out about the brand. We didn't even get a chance to meet because it was so hectic that day, so busy. And
had such a huge line at his spot. I was like,
What year was this?
It was 2020.
Oh shit, so pretty recent.
Yeah, and it was 2021. Yeah,
But
but
my
that's
friend-
it's like
our
recent,
friend
but that's
had-
when
I had done a photo shoot with a friend in that week, and then I pull up to the pop-up and I saw that he had shot the photos at the pop-up too. So I just thought it was a funny coincidence.
But-
and then we met on the beach
through like a mutual
2 months later.
through like family friend type of people, you know, just like real brothers, sisters to both of us.
Yeah.
And then we met on the beach, and we were just talking about just everything, just getting to know each other. And it was the most synchronous thing, you know, when you meet someone and you're like, damn, I really align with you. And it's really rare, but it's almost when you meet like a best friend and you guys know immediately, like, damn.
Like, bro, what haven't we met before?
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, you don't even need to like.
But I told him, I was like, bro, you have to. We gotta move into a warehouse together.
Yeah.
And like we gotta have like
Literally said
a
that the
creative
first day.
space, like where we can like cook. Cause there was this.
Our friends that introduced us had a spot, and it was like a warehouse where they lived, and it was an art studio. And
What was
half
it called
of
again?
It was next to
Daydream.
a coffee
It
spot.
was Daydream.
Yeah, Daydream
that
Coffee.
place, yeah.
And they would all skate outside and hang out with all the homies, and then it was like half art, half like shared like living.
It was like if this one room was like just built out into like a creative.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's all
word.
creativity, all friends.
But it was like
Word.
small, but we
Yeah.
were like, it was such a cool inspiration at the time to be like, man, we want to have our own version of that. And then fast forward, Sam's killing it with the brand. We're just like hanging out as friends all the time, just like, you know, making stuff. But I would just always help with like creative stuff, from photos to design to whatever he needed, like, yo, video, let's produce something.
Yeah.
And then we would always talk about this collection we wanted to make, but we were always in the midst of like doing pop-ups, and we ran some storefronts that were temporary for a bit, where they were like pop-ups in the daytime for clothing, and then we would perform at night. I would do music, and he screen printed shirts outside for like days at a time, and just gave them away.
Started on Abbott Kinney, and he was doing. Nolan makes music. A lot of people don't know that, but you know, the people who do, they know what's up.
Yeah.
But he's like the most talented musician as well, and he was basically on the TV sets over there.
Yeah.
He had this. That's where the TV set came from initially, and there was like this whole setup. I'll show you photos in this like sick ass store in Abbott Kinney. It was just like a big line basically, but there was racks, and like at the end there was this TV set that was fully built out, and there was more TVs on it too. But he had this like whole interactive show where it was like a set. So basically this album that he dropped, it was like 8 different songs, but it was a full like very like, you just had to be there to experience it. It was an interactive
that were like connected to
That's
sound.
so
yeah,
sick.
but the TVs would like
down at the
basically
end of the
guide
road,
you
right?
through each one of that.
So
It was like almost like a video game. So like you would like, this person was like narrating through each song, and like it would transition into the song, and it was like, yeah, you just had to be there to experience it. It was sick as fuck. And then we ended up doing this storefront, and that was really cool.
He parked his car inside of the store.
Well, we bought a car. Me and my friend had this idea we were like, let's just buy a car and like, cause he got me into like the old BMWs.
Yeah.
We got this E30 and we.
Is that the M3 outside?
No, that's the. But it was a there's a.
We'll show you when we leave.
There's a different one. So that's the E36, but there's an E30 that's wrapped with that denim pattern right now. That like that was
No
it.
way.
Is that the one that was?
Yeah, that's the one I was
We saw
like,
them trailers. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, is that those?
Yeah, exactly.
We'll show you.
Like,
Yeah,
you guys
no,
know
it-
there's some crazy shit under that.
yeah, but that was like parked inside the storefront.
Mhm.
Eventually we're gonna.
Somehow
I'm
we
gonna.
fit it inside of the door.
Yeah,
It
it was
was
and it like
perfect.
fit perfect.
And
But
you
I
guys
s-
had it in denim?
Yeah, no.
It's
So
that print.
so that print
That
is basically.
crazy kind of pink print right there.
That's a full
It's that
painting
as
by
a-
my homie Griffin in
That is
Florida.
sick as hell.
Bro, Griffin used to come to all the pop-up shops, like the paintings outside. Like he would, it would be like 48-hour experience. So Griffin would be painting 12 hours throughout the day while people were just coming in through the store buying
Yeah.
shit, and they were just watching him paint. So it was like an
Yeah.
At all the pop-ups, we had like live tattoos, like
Screen
interactive
print.
artists,
Yeah.
screen printing, like so. It wasn't like a
DJ.
transactional experience. It was more so you go there to meet people and
Yeah.
like, you know, your community, and it's not just about like spending money and leaving with your clothes. It's like getting the bigger picture for, you know, the bigger vision of everything, which is in my opinion and Nolan's as well, like community and like art, music, all coming together. And that's what this space is.
my favorite.
It's like
Turned
a,
into this.
Yeah.
Which is now grounded, and now it's like the physical place where we can bring all of our friends together and not have a just temporary place, but like a permanent place for people to now house ideas. And we have friends that make speakers, that make lights, paintings, that weld,
pretty much
that make
everything. in this house is,
everything.
like, made by our friends, or it's found on Facebook Market.
Yeah.
It's so sick.
But yeah, now having a place to like, show not just our art, but our friends' art, and, have drops for his stuff, for my stuff, for our friends' stuff, and throw events that just connect the community.
It's your creative space.
It's the ultimate headquarters.
It's
where
so
we can
sick.
pretty much do anything. But right now it's like we have 2 trees. It's like there's Mind Liquid and there's Grounded, and those are our 2 companies and brands, and we're growing those trees. And as we grow, because we're both 22, and we're all young, so we're just still figuring shit out and like what we really want to do. So as we keep like watering those trees, like different branches keep expanding. So for Grounded, we want to do like a coffee shop in the future. We want like Grounded coffee, and we have all these ideas for we're doing Grounded blanks. We're making Grounded as its own cut and sewn label, similar to Mind Liquid. We're gonna do Grounded Home. So gonna start making like our own ceramic lights in collaboration with our our
Like some
friend
home decor?
John. Yeah, home decor, like the speakers. We have a plan to after we start releasing the clothing in the next year, to do like our own speaker collaboration to introduce the home line, and to start just like really reaching out to all these different brands and people we've wanted to work with forever that are trying to look for like the new next vision.
Yeah. So you guys were in high school when you had this idea? When you guys met, pretty much?
Yeah, well, we were always doing our own creative things, and it just merged into. Stories will go so long,
Yeah.
but like we were living
He
together.
started in high school, right?
Yeah, I started my brand Mind Liquid in high school, and I was moving that, and
When I got out of high school in 9th grade, I was like, I just want to get out, and like, I took a test, and I got out, and I was like, I want to focus on creative stuff that is gonna like fulfill my life. And, I was doing a lot of different things, but yeah, me and Sam crossing paths, like there hasn't been anything like it really, besides like a few other connections in my life. And then we all ended up going to Japan, and we're like, all of our friends, we went to Japan, we're like, damn, like, we had a new awakening
I was
of kind
about
of
to say that.
life, and
Awakening,
like,
bro.
it's like this new awakening to like do something that's bigger than just like, not just clothes, and not just like, selling stuff, but like, how do we make the stuff we love and connect it to people across the world?
Make it
Because like
timeless,
we
too.
can make something that somebody wears and then they remember us for it, or make a song or make an art piece or something that someone remembers you, and then they're impacted by you.
The reason I like making clothes, I think like a lot of people who wear my stuff or anything that I ever made, like they would meet people, or people would come up to them and be like, oh, Sam, or like, Mind Liquid, and they would I have a lot of people that have DM'd me and reached out to me and like, oh, I became friends with so-and-so, and now it's like a dear friend of mine, and we met through your brand, and it's like, that was like the connection point. So it's more so like, yeah, it's the community aspect, which is cool. But yeah, we've just been doing so many different things, and it's definitely, we were living together for a year before this in a different apartment in downtown LA, and it was just too small, and we've always wanted to, we've done a lot of different pop-ups and stores and experiments, and once we were living at this place together, like being in the same room every single day, we were just trying to figure out how we could like expand to a bigger spot, like financially afford it, so we could like make everything work, you know, because shit's expensive out here, and a lot of people don't understand like what actually, a lot of people think there's, you know, when something like this is here, it's like, oh, you have people backing you with money or something, you know, but that's just like not how it is. Exactly. So it's like, it's a real grind, you know. So we're like, if we had millions of fucking dollars like just on hand, which we will from like the clothes that we produce like over time, but like, man, we would have public storefronts all around the world. We would do activations everywhere, you know.
But we're still learning so much. So it's like, you know, in that process, we're like, we got one at a time. You know, like making one really good and then being like, we can duplicate that and make it even better somewhere else. Now with everything we know here, it's like the biggest experiment of our lives, you know.
And
we're like,
it's working well.
It's
we haven't
fun.
even
we get to meet people like y'all, you know, and like people pull up and it's like, how'd you hear about it? It's like the internet, you know, and it's like, that's never been possible before, where we could like meet people just off of an app.
Oh God, I literally saw videos like, you guys got a cool ass room, all these clothes, and I was like, let's pull up.
And it's like accessible, but also like you have to want to come here. You know, it's like you could walk down a store and just walk into it and be like, that was whatever, and just walk out. But like here, it's like, no, you gotta want to come here to like, and you don't have to buy anything, but like, you know, just people wanting to come shows that like there's interest, and then that's why we want to have events, and we've been having events where it's like people, you know, even expanding. We have an upstairs neighbor, and we did a DJ set and like a ton of live performers upstairs, and like just expanding our whole crib is crazy, because it's like now we unlocked another door in our house that people are like, what, you guys had this? Like, we're like, well, we didn't know we could do this until last week. So.
But this shit is so fresh still. Like, it's like really, like, we made the Instagram account 6 months ago. Like, this is, like, we just started. And, like, we have, like, the past 6 months we've been designing, like, the blanks line, getting all those, you know, all our different phases ready. And we have the cut and sewn line and all these other, literally, like, so many different projects. It's ridiculous. But it's like we haven't even dropped that stuff yet. So it's like we're just excited, and like now we're just being patient, waiting for a lot of things to come through, and we're getting as organized as possible. And from the past 5 years of like doing all the different things we've done, been so many fucking learning lessons, like good learning lessons, hard learning lessons. But now we're gonna just take all that and just make it into something that could, you know, really last. It's like something that is infinite and something that will be timeless and be there forever, even when we're not here. You know, that's what the goal is.
Yeah, I mean, at a place like this, you really can't run out of ideas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just,
and we really just want the community to come and like, you know, people like you, and like to, you know, if you guys want to do something and like try new things, and you know, maybe you can't afford to like rent out a studio to do a pop-up because you don't have like $2,000, but like I feel like that's why we have this place, is like to bring that community and make certain things possible that maybe wouldn't be possible for others, you know, other creatives that align with us as well, not just anyone, but you know.
That's what I was saying to him. I was like, it's crazy because like we're young and we're 22, like, and people look at us like, whoa, you're 22, like how? And then we're talking and I'm like, bro, you're 17, like, oh shit, you're, you know, you got 4 or 5 years, like, you know, that you're gonna do so much crazy shit. Like, I can't even imagine in 5 years where you guys are gonna be at when you're our age. Like, damn, because then you have different, like, reflections, like how we had, where I look up to people like Virgil and like different people like that, where it's like, they broke these weird codes in the matrix of like art and society. And I feel like that's kind of what we're doing too, is like breaking that wall of like kind of you can do it too. You know, it's like you can do anything you want, you know, if you have the right team, the right vision.
It's really just like a conglomerate of creativity, you know.
Yeah, it takes a lot, you know. But you guys got y'all pulled up with 6 of you, and it's like, okay, that's like the teamwork and the like dedication, regardless, even if you're just friends, like you gotta have a fucking squad of people that believe in you, that trust your ideas, that you feel like safe with, and like that's how you can build something really valuable.
I agree, because originally it was like for creative stuff, it was just me and Liam right there, and we are just like, if we have more brains, it's just like, it's this like, if I was like, how hard can I work and just multiply that by 6, you know what I mean? Just like, and it's awesome.
No, for real. I think when I met Nolan, the reason I told him, I was like, bro, let's have a warehouse. I was like, damn. Like, sometimes you meet people where you're like, I'll never meet someone like this again, you know? And when you meet someone like that, it's because it takes a team of people to run anything, you know? It's never just one person doing it.
Too much.
It takes a team. So it's like, once you have that family behind it, shit's fun. And even when all the failure, like, shit happens, it sucks, like, you know, it's way easier to
do it with
for real.
You know, and something special about having a place like this is like, even if you guys like eventually, you know, when you have all like these pop-ups around the whole world and stuff, and like actually have like permanent storefronts, like it's not like you guys can be all of them at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, having just a place where you can always be here and actually like put all your effort into it is so special.
Man, the reason I started a brand was like to have something where my friends and family could, like, you know, the people that, because I have a lot of friends that you know, want to do their own thing, you know, and I have a lot of friends that want to be a part of something and help something grow and expand. And like, I always just wanted to have a platform where I could help all of my friends, whatever they wanted to do, where it's like, you have a home and a job where you can be supported, that's fun, you know, and it's like building something that is helping society and not taking away from it. And because there's a lot of bullshit out there, and a lot of people doing things for like, just for money and, you know, just for themselves, and like, that's never what this shit was about. And
profiting off creativity. I mean, it's like or not even like, obviously it's great to like monetize your work
for sure,
but doing the work just to make money, you know,
I mean, the one thing I guess that I've learned, like moving out 6 years ago, and like, it's like now, like, I think the only thing that I have to like, my only like real stress is just making sure my bills are paid, so I have a place to stay with my friends and family to like build stuff with, you know. And to some point, like, you know, money is, it's like you have to make money to live, you know. So it's like this weird
off of creativity
it's
and
amazing.
your ideas, and you're providing something valuable that people want, you know, that people are like willing to spend their money on. And that's pretty rare nowadays. Like, when do you think like, oh wow, I'm gonna go buy that thing? You gotta really love something to go and like purchase it, because you know, we all gotta live.
But when you wear that thing too, it's like, I hope you guys like remember like the experience that you had here.
Of course.
So it's like,
one of the reasons I called this show, I'm like, bro, I remember this.
Exactly,
it's like you roll, and like, you guys know, like, anyone who comes in here, like, and you guys come back, like, we'll always bless you too. It's like, you know, we're not. That's like that's the whole point of everything, you know. And especially when we have like all this new stuff and blanks, like, it just becomes
camera guy.
No, you're good.
No, the thing that the actual camera.
No, it's chill. It's all in voice. We can do some cool, you know.
No, we should do it like we get shot.
Fire. No, that's tough.
And then I guess, I mean, you pretty much like answered all my questions with that one question, so which is perfect. The last thing I wanted to ask is, if you could collab with anyone, like who would it be?
We've been talking about that a lot too. Man, I don't really know, to be honest with you. People that I want to collab with specifically, our neighbor Jonathan. He runs this brand, Entler Studios, and he makes like the ceramic lighting, but we have a lot of ideas for just lights and shapes and all these different things. And I think like furniture wise, like,
we want to do a collab with League Neighbors.
Yeah,
the people that do
Make
the
like the
Togo
Togo.
couches.
Yeah.
feel like that would be a sick ass collab to do like our own version of like having our own
like tapestry blanket, like like making like a
our own
certain
fabric.
Yeah.
But we talk about a lot of people that we want to collab with. It's more like we've been able to produce a lot of things for like a lot of artists that we look up to, and I think like working with more musicians and artists and like just in all different
bands,
mediums.
bro. I want to do like a really cool collab. I would love to do like some like Mac DeMarco collab or some shit. I'd love to do
so
shit
fun.
like that.
Just doing more artist merch and like a lot of our friends.
I think brand wise though, like I would love to do like because what really got me into clothing was Supreme. Like I'd love to do. I know it's like all burnt out now, and
but
like
it's
just the creative directors.
Like, come on, that would
but that would be so fucking
You
sick.
can record on your phone.
You know, an official like something like because there's like brands I would want to collaborate with Grounded and brands I would want to do with Mind Liquid too.
Which is anything creative though. So.
I feel like my favorite collaborations are when I meet friends and like if maybe I meet someone at like Reebok or something, we become friends and it's like boom.
Exactly.
Like I like working with people that
it's natural.
like where it's not like a forced thing.
Yeah, like you're both. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But I gotta think that's a really good question though.
So you gotta start a list of it. So.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like where you guys are at right now, like a lot of like people you'd want to connect with is like very like it's a lot more doable than you think it.
Well, yeah, that was what was fun about even the speakers. Like, and it's sick because like I mean, Cheeto, like the artist, he's sick as fuck. Like, he's one that would be sick. But like this whole speaker brand, like we just reached out to them through DM when we were in Japan, and they hit us back, and they've been like the sweetest people in the world.
Yeah.
We created such a beautiful relationship with them, and just like acting as a showroom in LA for them and their clientele. But they just work with a lot of sick artists too, where it's like cool to blend the mediums of like these are airbrush artists, and then it's like a speaker company. So it's like doing shit like that where we're like we want to do a collab with them, and we've been talking about it. So just working towards like different things where
I'd love to do a Marnie collab.
Yeah.
Marnie would be cool. Like I want to do like Mind Liquid and Marnie. And I want to do like a wavy, more of like a different, because they just be doing those like
the mohair, the stripe mohair,
like kind of like this vibe. But I want to do like a different pattern.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Or like ERL too. That shit would be
ERL.
sick.
Yeah.
Pally too. Like
Pally.
man, Pally Grounded and Pally would be crazy.
Yeah, I feel like any place that you like if you just reach out to them, like if they really like value art and creativity, like they'd be not the smartest to not, say, like this is like the perfect embodiment of, you know what I mean?
I want to do a collaboration with a brand too that's like so different than what like I make too. So like way more like formal and like uniform too. Like I feel like that would be like a cool, and just like focusing on the silhouette with them too. I think I want to make something that's different.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Which like
also just
like
the
just pure
furniture.
opposite.
I think for a lot of other brands though, like because at least Mind Liquid is like a lot more colorful and playful, and less like just black. A lot of people are, I feel like, just
focused on like plain colors.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like also just like simple like streetwear type of vibe. I'm trying to go for a little bit more like complicated pieces. It's weird because like everything changes. Like the stuff that I made like 2 years ago is so different than what's coming out now. But like the stuff that's coming out, we have this like 30-piece collection for like Mind Liquid in collaboration with Grounded, and that drop is sick as fuck. I'm excited for that. So shit just changes, you know. That's why I'm excited to do the blanks line too, so we have more uniform.
Yeah, we'll be back for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Hey, that brings me to a question. What differentiates Grounded and Mind Liquid, and like what is the vision behind each one?
So, well, Mind Liquid was like the parent company. I would say that like funded Grounded and funded the space and allowed us the possibility to like have time to try something new. And once we came into the space, it was like, it was so big. It was like, we were always trying to make another, it was like more so like just like a vintage resale showroom, but it just turned into something completely different. And the difference between it is Grounded is more of that like physical location, and it's more focused on community collaboration. Mind Liquid is more of like a single entity. Like that's like a
just a brand.
That's
you know,
just
that has
yeah.
like an overarching story as well. I would say like it has a very clear message.
Like Mind Liquid is Mind Liquid. Grounded like a lot.
And Grounded is like still. I would just say it's like the headquarters and the base.
And it's like pretty much an experiment. Like that's where we can get experimental. Like because for Mind Liquid, there was a lot of stuff that we wanted to try that I was like, I don't think it fits like with this brand and the form. But you know, with Grounded, it's like, damn, we can literally do whatever we want, and it's
less for us too. Of like the restriction of like, oh, it has to be some certain way, because like he can have his own vision for Mind Liquid and be like, I want the aesthetic to be this, and we could be for Grounded, it could be something so different, but still incorporate Mind Liquid because it's all very like together still, and like we have clothes in here made by him. It's like and then Grounded has its own brand, so then and they're doing a collaboration together, and it's just, you know, it's our ideas at the end of the day, so to make them feel cohesive, and also like this place has so much different, like so much of a different vibe where we can now collaborate with like our friend Rafi, who's a painter, and we're gonna do a collaboration with him, and it's like, I don't know if that's Grounded or Mind Liquid, but like that's just got to be a sick ass collection, no matter where it ends up.
Like, Grounded's like the stadium, and like Mind Liquid and all
like
the other players. They're like the players and like the teams, you know. So it's like, I would say it's like the cultural hub that we want to. It's like more of like the cultural hub for everything to go through. But it's also that's why we have sub brands flowing out through Grounded as well. So because we want to make other things, you know, but Grounded Showroom as a whole is like, that's like, it's focused, it's a cultural hub for community and artists, anyone who wants to try, for good people that want to like, you know, help one another. And there's a lot of creatives in LA that just like want to one-up each other and do better and prove someone wrong or whatever, like, you know, it's like
that kind of like, you know, undermines the whole idea.
No, for sure. And then people start like talking shit on each other and like disrespecting another person's design when it's not about that. It's like, it takes years for you, it takes like 5-6 years to put 10,000 hours to become a master at something. And like, I feel like once you never master something, it's like you're always learning, but then you become good at it. Like, I could safely say like I'm good at making clothes now, and there's so many things, like I want to learn how to sew, and you know, I'm familiar how to make patterns, but I want to, you know, learn how to, like my friend Nico made these in 3 hours, you know, I want to learn how to do that myself. But I know how to make clothes, and I know how to make a good garment, and
they come to life.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's like how you want to just, you know, I think the end goal of the clothes is like, I haven't fully experimented, I'm more music based, but something I feel like where the wires cross with music and clothes is like, you have ideas, you just don't know how to, you know, like actually put them out there. But once you learn clothes, like you have ideas, you can just mix them with the actual creation.
I would know how to make music or a song if Nolan wasn't here. But Nolan, like if I'm like, yo, Nolan, I want to make my first song, like he would just be like, all right, he would literally just, I could play guitar and find a loop, and then he'd be like, all right, just find something else, and then, you know, because he's sick as fuck at that, you know. That I think
you know how it is. It's like with anything, bringing something to fruition, you can kind of see the idea, and then you're like chipping away to make it, but it is like almost invisible. It's like, oh, I can kind of hear this thing, you know, with music. You're like, oh, I want it to sound like this.
Yeah, it's like if you don't know like pitch or key or anything, like you know the sound, but you just don't know how to make the sound, you know?
Right.
Like,
it's like, I don't know how to play guitar, but he does. But I know how to play the computer, you know?
Exactly.
So now we're making some cool ass shit that, you know, we don't know how to do one another's thing, but now we're making something.
Yeah, just
and that's like
it's all about
anything.
writing shit down too. It's like, man, we come up with so many ideas, and I'm like, we don't do it right now, but I'll just write it down, and like clothing ideas, like all this different thing, and like even like a tune or a melody, just like humming it in like your voice memo to like come back to it.
I've done that. I have 1,000 notes.
Yeah.
I'm in like 1 a.m. I'm like,
I love that.
Yeah, that's fire. Well,
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, that was great. Exactly 30 minutes.
Same.
49:51.
Shout out to you.
Yeah. Well, also, it was nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you too. No, thank you for real.
Oh yeah, and where can we
Oh, yeah. Hey, do you think we can peep that at E30?
Yeah.
Oh.